Hello everyone, this is Sakib from Bangladesh. Me with my other collaborators and co-authors from Hong Kong, Singapore, Switzerland and United States, we submitted our work in IEEE TALE 2022 conference, which is titled as Exploring Engineering Education in Bangladesh, Hong Kong, Singapore and Switzerland, an International Perspective. So in this video, I'm going to demonstrate our work in brief. Basically, this is an conceptual work in progress article that examines the engineering education practices across the 4 countries of our interest towards contributing an international definition of global engineering. So the context of our work is mainly centered on an international collaboration between the scholars from Bangladesh, Hong Kong, Singapore and Switzerland. The authors of each country work to provide a local, current and historical perspective on engineering education in their home country. That includes a background and summary of engineering programs and so on. So the background of this study, while research has continued to explore and chronicle engineering education within specific countries like the US, China and Germany over the time, very few internationally comparative work has been completed to understand the global similarities and differences, especially in the context of the comparison between Asia and Europe, or even the closer context like South Asia and East Asia, that makes the establishment of global engineering education a challenge. So in this study, we would like to find the similarities and differences between the 4 countries of our interest. So first comes the Bangladesh. The engineering education began here in 1876. Bangladesh provides quality undergrad engineering degrees, but the graduate level degrees are not up to the mark. According to the Institution of Engineers Bangladesh, it has 54,000 engineers, which is very scarce in compared to the overall population of this country. Only 44 engineers are employed for every million inhabitants in Bangladesh. Next, Hong Kong, which is regarded as one of the recognized country for its quality engineering education. All the top 5 engineering schools are ranked in the best 200 of Time Higher Education ranking, and they are also included in the top 100 universities in the QS World University ranking in 2022. Next, we consider Singapore's situation, which is always considered as a prime destination at global engineering education scene. As Singapore is a small nation with limited land and no natural resources, the government invests heavily in its human resources. For example, the education in Singapore has always been allocated the second highest budget. And finally, we will talk about the Switzerland. Founded in 1855, the Polytechnicum Zurich was among the first national education institutes that provides engineering degree. Later, this institute was renowned as ETH Zurich. And importantly, Zurich has become the European scientific center from the second half of the 19th century. So as a discussion, we can say that for all the 4 regions, they are similar in aspects from offering degrees in different engineering programs and domains. And these engineering degrees students are interested in traditional, hybrid and interdisciplinary engineering programs. And finally, we'll look at the implications and conclusions of this work. Firstly and foremostly, the engineering education policymakers from less developed countries, they might get practical aspects while finding grounds to update their existing systems through this current study. And in the same way, the educators can pass on this information to their learners and future global citizens. So this is all from our work in this presentation. I would like to thank you all for having the patience, and we appreciate your comments and feedbacks regarding our work. And finally, I would like to convey my special thanks to my co-authors for all their supports and to make this work real. So thank you all once again. See you soon.